In this video, we're going to solve 2005 AP Calculus AB FRQ question form B, question number 1. It says let f and g be the functions given by f of x is equal to 1 plus sine 2x and g of x is equal to e raised to the x divided by 2. Let R be the shaded region in the first quadrant enclosed by the graphs of f and g as shown in the figure above. Find the area of R. So now what you have to do over here is you got to figure out where they cross. What is this point? And what is this point over here? So now you're going to basically use your TI-89 and hit solve. You're going to type in the first function, which is 1 plus sine 2x minus g of x. What's g of x? E to the x divided by 2. Okay, that closes that function. So now you're going to hit equals 0, comma x, and you're going to solve. Or you could graph it and see where they intersect. So I believe when you do this, you're going to get a bunch of numbers. The ones that we're looking for are 0, and the other one that we're looking for is 1.13569, so 1.136. So that's where it intersects. So let me put that up there. 1.136. And this is 0. So now, when you write the area, you write A equals the integral from 0. You could write 1.136, or if you call this some arbitrary value like Q, really doesn't matter, Q, and then you would do f of x minus g of x to the dx, which is going to equal, let me write it up here, area is going to equal from 0 to 1.136. F of x is the top function, so 1 plus sine 2x minus e to the x divided by 2 dx, and you would use your calculator, and after using it, might take a minute for it to solve. You should get about 0.429. Okay, part B says find the volume of the solid generated when R is revolved around the x-axis. So if you revolve it, it's definitely going to be a washer. So when you do this, this is not drawn to scale by any means. And then you would have this area over here that you're trying to solve. Okay, so volume is going to equal pi. Remember, it's outer minus inner squared. So 0, 1.136. Now the outer is whatever this distance is over here. So in this case, it's just f of x minus 0, so it's just f of x squared. Minus g of x squared dx. And that's g of x because it's g of x minus 0. Okay, so now volume is going to equal pi 0 to 1.136. 1 plus sine 2x quantity squared minus g of x, ex divided by 2 squared dx. And when you solve this, you're going to get 4.267. You definitely need a calculator. Okay, part C says the region R is the base of a solid. For this solid, the cross sections perpendicular to the x-axis are semicircles with diameters. Ooh, it's going to be playing on words, extending from y equals f of x to y equals g of x. Find the volume of the solid. Since it's a semicircle, you're going to have to do volume equals pi over 2. That's the semicircle part. Now we have to do the diameter part. And it's still 0 to 1.136. The diameter means half of the radius is half of the diameter. So you'd put f of x minus g of x, but you have to remember it's pi r squared divided by 2. So this is the semicircle part. That's the 1/2. That's a pi, but it's 1/2. And now we have to square this piece because that's the r squared dx. So now volume is going to equal pi over 2, 0 to 1.136. F of x was the 1 plus sine 2x minus e to the x divided by 2 dx. And when you use your calculator, you're going to get approximately about 0.078. And I hope this video helped.